to the first jury interview for BB Can 7 with Samantha. Now look, you guys might know the deal or might not if you're new to these exit interviews. We are not allowed to reply to them now that they're in jury. We have to follow our very strict script. So if it seems weird while you're watching it, that is why, because we can't tip them off to anything. They're jury members now. But look, we're still asking your guys' questions, so don't forget, you can tweet me your questions every single Thursday after the eviction over on Twitter at Reality Recaps. And if you missed any of the previous interviews or shows with previous house guests where we're talking Big Brother Canada or all other reality TV, make sure you head over to our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan for the BB Can info, or just click around our website. Now look, a lot of you are also saying, I thought you do shows every single day. Of course we do. We do them over on YouNow. So make sure you're a fan over on YouNow at yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. It's totally free. You get alerted every time we go live. You can hang out in the chat. We talk BB Can, we talk The Challenge, Survivor, Bravo, Housewives. It is all over there. That's where we do those shows. Of course, if you want access to exclusive content, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, and of course, the after shows at the end of this BB Can season, where first we'll start live for everyone on YouNow, and then we will go into the patron group for the private after show. And look, that's where all the tea is spilled. Of course, it's a great way to help support our shows. If you like what we're doing, you could always do a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal too. Or if you have any Amazon shopping to do, make sure you start at our link, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. Also, if you're watching on iTunes, 5-star rating and a nice review, that helps us more than you know. Same thing with YouTube. Thumbs up and subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified, leave a comment below. Those are free, great ways to help support our shows. Of course, free ways are not getting us to that backyard to live stream the finale backyard interviews for you, or Liza's party. So if you like what we're doing this season, consider supporting us whatever way works best for you. But now let's talk to someone who is not supported by her boyfriend in the house. It's Sam. How you doing?
Good, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So we have some questions for your fans, from your fans. I'm just going to start firing them away at you.
Thank you. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, first question. What do you think are, quote, some of the things that Adam had to tell you, which he said in his goodbye speech?
Thank you for remembering it, because it was such a blur. He did say that, didn't he? Honestly, I think there was a bigger plan here. I think maybe Adam was part of it to get me out of the house, and you know what? I cannot hold that against him. I know him and the guys were working really close together, and if it was my time, it was my time. And I know there's things that Adam was, holding back, and I could feel that the whole way through. So really, I don't think I'm going to be completely surprised when I hear these things. But it's all part of the game. You gotta keep your own game in mind. We all walk in that house alone. We're gonna walk out alone. So I don't think there's anything that's really gonna be that surprising, but we'll only see in the end.
Okay. If Adam was not in the house, who would you have worked with?
Oh, that's a good one. I think if Adam wasn't in the house, I think I would have tried to get really close to Dane. I think Dane is playing a phenomenal game. If Adam wasn't in the house, maybe Dane would be able to be as close to me as I'd like to be to him. So, Dane and I were kind of gunning for each other the entire season. I think that's a good sign. I think we would have been able to play that up, but really work together secretly, and I would have loved to take that route.
Okay. Who do you want to win the game if not Adam? And who do you think is playing the best game right now?
I've got to go with Dane again. Dane's great at manipulating. Great. He's a great liar. He's great at getting other people to do his dirty work. He's a great competitor. I really think Dane is going to win it at the end. I want Dane to win it. Of course, if Adam's not an option for me, I'd love to see Kara win. Kara's been fighting their whole way through this game. Kara, I think, is somewhat undervalued, just based off what I see in that house. And I would absolutely love to see an underdog take it at the end of the day. So Kara or Dane, I am definitely rooting for it.
Okay. Now, after your experience in this game, being in a showmance, do you think that showmances can succeed in the game of Big Brother?
That's a good question. I feel like my particular showmance helped me to a certain extent and hurt me almost, equally. So, we've seen it happen before. Kayla and Derek went to the end and, unfortunately they didn't really work out in the end, but I think there's some good and bad points to it. It's really how you play the game and trying to keep your own game in mind. But there's really something special about finding something real in the house and being able to rely on each other to a certain extent. Again, you've got to watch out for your own back at the end of the day, but I think it's equally good and bad as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Do you think that Cory is being played by Anthony? And if you do you think that she'll realize that?
Cory's a strong woman that has a mind of her own, and I know she likes to make that pretty clear. I do believe that Cory is being played a little bit by Anthony, but I think it's actually keeping her pretty safe right now. So I don't think it's that bad of an idea for her to even let Anthony feel like he's playing her. But I think at the end of the day, Cory will pull out a big move if she needs to. I think she wants to go to the end with the big competitors, and I think she wants to go to the end with the guys. And I think, honestly, I think that might happen. But I think I think she's being played a little bit, but I think it's okay for her game right now.
Okay. Speaking of the guys, what did you think of the hand signals in their goodbye messages?
Chelsea kind of revealed that, early on. So I knew this was happening. I knew there was a guys alliance. I knew that they had that particular hand signal. They did a good job of never doing it around me, and I think that's the whole point. I think they're going to keep each other going for a little while until they've got to go after each other. And let's face it, it's working so far. So they're doing something right as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Had you stayed, who would you have targeted?
I'd have to go after Cory. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had backdoored her when I had the opportunity. I'd probably go after Cory or Dane or Anthony. I think Anthony's sitting pretty in the game right now. He doesn't feel like he has any enemies. He's able to do a lot of work with just his words without winning anything. I'd love to take a shot at, honestly, Cory and Anthony would probably be my top two, and Dane not falling far behind that.
Do you think that Kira made the right decision with their blood veto?
Yes. It's in the yes and no. I feel like, it would have been a good opportunity to get a big player out of the game. Again, knowing that the guys' alliance is so strong, I'm not sure if Kira was to put up a good, strong male competitor that they would have had the numbers to get out. That's a tough one. For me, when I had both Kiki and Mark up on the block, it didn't really matter to me which one went out. I knew that each one would be somewhat beneficial to my game, but here I am talking to you. So at the end of the day, yeah, I think maybe it would have been a good opportunity to try and get a shot at a bigger player, but I'm not sure if time.
Okay. Out of all of the pre-jury house guests evicted, who do you regret leaving the most other than Chelsea?
Maybe Kailyn. I think Kailyn and I would have been able to work together. I think if we kept going with the kind of, we have this kind of enemy feel and that we were going against each other, I think we would have been able to use that to our advantage. And I know you've probably watched the show and you've probably seen that I was considering keeping Kailyn in the house at one point. I think that would have been beneficial for my game. I think Kailyn and I could have continued on pretending like we were gunning for each other, but actually working together. So I kind of wish Kailyn was still in the house.
Okay. Is there anybody that you wish you would have worked with more in the game?
Everybody. Adam took a big part of my social game. A lot of my energy went into Adam, and that's kind of typical for me and my personality. So I wish that I had held back a little bit and put some work into, honestly, everybody else in the house. My social game, I think, was lacking a little bit because of my connection with Adam. So honestly, almost everybody I wish I put a little bit more work into.
Okay, well, how do you think that you're going to vote when it comes to the final two? Like, will you vote on gameplay? Will it be personal?
I'm going to go gameplay. This is a game. At the end of the day, we all went there to play Big Brother. You know, it wasn't a dating game. It's Big Brother, and it's a combination, I think, of, you know, your social game, your competitiveness, and your ability to lie and scheme, manipulate. So at the end of the day, I'm going to use my head and not my heart to make that final decision.
Okay, now, we know that you're in jury, but these last two questions a lot of fans really seem to like from you guys. So what do you think the first thing is going to be that you'll do when you get home?
Oh, see my family. Definitely. I can't wait to hug my nieces. I can't wait to see my sister. I can't wait to see my coworkers, visit my business, and just see everybody that I've been missing so much. I can't wait to connect with my family, absolutely. And then, you know, see what happens with Adam and I, of course.
Okay, and then last question, is there anything that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know about yourself before you started playing this game?
I'm not a good manipulator. I thought I could use my charm and my flirtation a little bit more, not just for Adam, but for everybody else in the game. I don't think I'm not good at manipulating. I'm actually not good at storing conversations that are not genuine. I'm very, I'm not inauthentic. If the relationship's not authentic, I really don't like to give it a whole lot of my energy. And I think that's one thing that I've learned in this game, that unless it's authentic, I'm not really interested in it. So for me, I learned that I'm not a great liar. I'm not a great manipulator. I'm not good at scheming. I'm not good at twisting words and using them against people. So I don't know if that's good or bad at this particular moment in my life, but I've definitely learned something.
Well, it was so great speaking with you, Sam, and I can't wait to do it more after the season.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, that about wraps up our phone interview with Sam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget, you can tweet me your questions for the house guest every Thursday right after the eviction on Twitter at Reality Recaps. If you missed any of these shows or want to see any of our content, head over to our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. Of course, we're covering so much more than just BB Can. If you want to see us do our daily shows live, they're over on YouNow. Make sure you go to yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. Become a fan over there so that you're alerted every time we go live. Every single day we are talking reality TV. We have game nights on the weekends where we play with all of you, the fans. Of course, we also go live over on Twitch every single night as well. So if you haven't checked out our Twitch content, it is different than reality TV, but you can become a fan over there at yourrealityrecaps.com/Twitch. Of course, if you want access to all of our exclusive content, yourrealityrecaps.com/Patreon. It's a great way to help support us financially, get us to Canada for the finale, or you could always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. And you know the deal. If you see our stuff on social media, like it, share it, iTunes, 5-star rating, and a nice review. YouTube, thumbs up, and subscribe. That is a great way to help support us completely for free. We could not keep all of this going without all of you, so I hope that you guys will show us some love if you want us to keep this going. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next show. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.